In Part 3, we look at how to develop positive relationships with our children and strategies we can use to encourage behaviour we like. There are also strategies and tips on how to help our children learn new skills and behaviours.
Now that we've had a chance to look at the things that can cause children's behaviour difficulties, let's now turn to what we can do to prevent these problems. Perhaps the most important things that we should look at first of all is how do we promote a positive relationship with your child.
It takes time to develop a caring relationship with your child. It may surprise some parents, but spending frequent, small amounts of time together can be more beneficial than less frequent, longer periods of time. The basic idea is to spend anything from 30 seconds to a couple of minutes of quality time with your child, but do it as often as you can.
Oh, you're playing nicely, Emily. Good girl. You're playing nice and quiet. Hey, give me a hug. Good girl. Oh, Mummy gonna go and hang out washing and I'll come and see you soon. Good playing. Good girl.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye, Mum.
Bye.
See you later.
See you later.
Time that is special to your child will occur when your child approaches you to show you something, to ask a question, or to involve you in their activity. When this happens, and when you're not occupied with something important, stop what you're doing and make yourself available. If you are busy at the time, try to plan some time for your child as soon as you can.
Lamb chop.
Hello, Rachel.
Hello, lamb chop.
Oh,
Is he nice?
Communicating with your child helps them learn to speak, teaches conversation and social skills, and boosts your child's self-esteem. Interact with your child using words, gestures, or other ways to communicate about the things that interest them. Share ideas and information with your child and show that you're interested in what your child does and has to share. For children who use little speech, it can be helpful to keep a book of photos with favourite conversation topics pasted in it so your child can initiate conversations by pointing to the pictures. Your child might also use signs or a communication device.
The balloon. And balloons go pop.
Sometimes having a communication book where you and other carers or teachers write things down that happen for your child during the day can give you ideas for conversation topics.
And this is the yummy rock cake you made yesterday in home ec.
Another way of showing children that you're interested and you care is to give them plenty of physical affection, tickling, hugging, kissing, touching. This will help your child feel secure and comfortable about giving and receiving affection.
One important way of encouraging desirable behaviour is to praise children. This works best when you take notice of times where children are doing things that you would like to see more often. It involves commenting on or describing what you actually see.
Hey, you're playing so well by yourself. You're nearly finished.
come on, your turn.
Okay, and I brought the pear. Did you have a turn for me? Great. And look, does that mean you're the winner?
Yeah.
Congratulations. Remember what we say when someone wins?
Congratulations.
That's right.
Praise works best when you're clear and specific. Describe exactly what your child has done that you like. Be enthusiastic and sincere. Mean what you say.
There are many ways of giving attention. A smile, a wink, a stroke on the cheek, a pat on the back. These are all forms of attention children enjoy, and they can be used to encourage behaviour you like. Some children are not motivated by receiving praise and attention, and parents need to find other rewards to encourage them to behave the way you like. Rewards can be things which are typically seen to be positive, such as chocolate, balloons, or stickers. Rewards can also be unusual things, such as being allowed to play with a mirror, to feel cotton wool, or to twirl and look at a leaf.
To find out what your child finds rewarding, watch what they do during their free time. Ask them what they like. Offer them a choice of things to have or to do. Judge how rewarding objects are for your child by noting whether they reach for them, play with them, or resist when they're taken away.
Sarah, play with some toys? Which one would you like? Which toy? Which one? You gotta pick one. Ah, you picked Annie.
Once several rewards have been found, they can be given one at a time when your child does what you like. Praise and touch your child at the same time or just before you give a reward.
Good sitting, Jet. You're on the toilet.
This way, praise, attention and touch can become linked with the things your child likes and become rewarding in themselves.
Michaela, are we gonna make some food for dinner?
Encourage independent play by providing your child with plenty of interesting and engaging activities to keep them busy, both at home and when you're out. Busy children are much less likely to be bored and disruptive. Children with disabilities not only need plenty of interesting things to do, but they can also benefit from some order or structure to daily activities. An activity schedule consists of objects, photographs, drawings, or words representing various activities. Activity schedules can help keep children busy, to learn new tasks, to move from one activity to the next without a fuss, and to accept changes in routines. Many families use schedules to help children become more independent during busy family times, such as getting ready for school in the morning.
Okay, we've had breakfast. What's next? Come here. Take breakfast down and put it in the box. Finish breakfast. Okay.
Yes.
What's
Parents
next?
can use verbal prompts or physical guidance to teach children to approach their activity schedule, point to the picture, perform the task, and then return to the schedule for prompts to the next task. Here are some guidelines for using an activity schedule. Decide on the activities for your child's first schedule. It can be easier to begin teaching schedule following if you start with activities that your child enjoys, a jigsaw, requesting a tickle, and a preferred snack. Get ready all the things you'll need. This might include photographs of the materials used in each activity, a notebook or small photo album, coloured card, glue, and Velcro circles. End the schedule with a snack or play activity that's especially enjoyable for your child. Reserve this treat for those times when your child is using the schedule. Use verbal prompts or physical guidance to help your child use their schedule. Reward your child when they're cooperative and following their schedule. As your child learns to use the schedule, use fewer prompts and rewards.
Look, Emily's got shirt on. Okay, what's next? What's next?
Pants.
Pants. Okay, Emily put pants on.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a man. Yes. Good signing. Yes. That's good.
The values, skills and behaviours we wish to encourage in our children are the choice of every individual parent. However, it may be helpful to have in mind some of the skills that encourage children to be independent and to get along with others.
Hello.
These skills fall into 4 main categories. Communication, how to request needs, ask for help and cooperate with others. How to manage and express feelings without hurting others. How to be independent by keeping busy without constant attention and learning to do things for themselves. And how to solve problems by showing an interest and curiosity in everyday things and asking questions. Children can learn through watching.
Alexis, can you draw a straight line for Mummy? Draw me a straight line. Lexi? Lex, look at Mummy. Watch Mummy. You ready? This is a straight line. You ready? Across. Can you do that? Would you like to try it with red?
Yeah.
You start here. Are you going to start there? Good girl!
Well, you copied my straight line. Terrific.
You watch me.
Sometimes, if we're wanting to teach a new skill or behaviour, let them watch and then let them imitate what you do, providing praise and encouragement for those things that they're able to do on their own.
Good boy. That's good brushing. Well done.
Physical guidance involves providing just enough pressure to gently move your child through the motions of a task. For instance, you might put your hand on your child's shoulder to guide them to sit down, or place your hands over theirs to help them brush their teeth.
Good job. Okay, turn the toothbrush around and do the top. You help.
It should never be so strong that your child is being physically forced to act in a certain way. The goal is for your child to take over the actions on their own as you gradually reduce your help. You can reduce your guidance by providing less pressure or by changing the position where you touch your child, such as shifting your contact from their hand to their elbow.
Another way of helping our children learn is what we call incidental teaching. When your child approaches you to show you or to ask you something, stop what you are doing and pay attention.
Now, I need help with this.
You need some help? Which bit do you need help with?
This one.
With the lid?
Yes, I do.
Can you have a try to twist that off with your fingers?
Instead of just giving the answer, try to help your child figure it out for themselves by giving them a hint that helps them solve the problem for themselves. This should be fun and enjoyable. If your child can't come up with the answer, give it to them. Don't push the issue. There's always another opportunity for incidental teaching.
Is it a bit tricky?
Yeah.
Do you want me to give you a start? Okay, Jaden, I'll hold the bottom. I'll hold the bottom of the container and you twist the top and take the lid off for me. That's it. Strong fingers. Oh, good work. You got it.
And after they've solved the problem, praise your child, perhaps by repeating back what they've just accomplished. Ask, Say, Do is another useful strategy to help your child learn to become independent in skills such as dressing, brushing teeth, getting ready to go out, and getting ready for bed. When a task is long and difficult, break the task down into steps and teach those steps one at a time. The first part of Ask, Say, Do is the ask part. This simply involves asking your child what the first or next step is.
You've got your shirt on. What do we put on next?
The second part is the say part. Children with disabilities may not use words but may indicate what the next step is by reaching for an item or pointing. If your child can't indicate the answer, simply tell them what it is they have to do.
It goes in the back.
We put on our pants. That's right. Good boy.
The third part is the do part. If your child can't perform the task, simply give them a hand.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Ask, Say, Do works best when you praise and encourage your child as they master each of the steps. A good way is to describe what your child has just accomplished. Repeat the process for each step, and as your child becomes more accomplished, you can praise less often.
You're a good boy. You just dressed yourself. Good boy.
Teaching backwards is another way to teach new skills. Like Ask, Say, Do, tasks are broken into steps, but this time children are helped with all of the steps until the last one. At this point, help is reduced so that the child learns to do it themselves. Praise your child when they complete the task.
Very good eating, Jet. Very good. That's the way.
When they've learnt the last step, you can begin focusing on the second last step, and so on.
That's the way.
Over time, provide less physical guidance and use fewer instructions and praise until your child can do the entire task on their own.
Teaching backwards is useful for children who need immediate rewards and who like to have tasks completed. It is particularly effective with tasks in which the easiest steps are at the end, such as putting pants on, setting the table, or learning to use a spoon.
Another useful strategy for encouraging children to learn new skills and behaviours is what we call a behaviour chart. A behaviour chart involves having some stamps, stars, stickers or smiley faces as a way of giving your child encouragement for their efforts.
Declan, you've been playing very gently with your toys for 5 minutes. Good boy. So now you get a stamp. You put a stamp on the chart. You've been such a good boy. Okay?
The chart is a recognition of the effort that they've put in and helps your child feel good about their efforts. Often the chart is reward enough, but a behaviour chart can also be backed up. Over time, children can be taught that by filling up the chart, they can earn a bigger backup reward.
Why do you get one, Declan? For playing by yourself for 5 minutes? Good boy. Good playing by yourself. And now look what you get. You've got 5 stickers. So now you get the Freddo.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And now you get the Freddo. Good boy. Good playing by yourself.
Rewards for a behaviour chart could include something the child likes to do. A trip to the park, to bake a cake with mum, to spend time reading an extra story. Food treats and other items can also be used as backup rewards. This has the additional advantage of preventing children tiring of these rewards. After all, there is a limit to the number of biscuits or fruit any of us want to eat on a given occasion.
Behaviour charts are an effective short-term strategy that can be used for a few weeks and then phased out. Here are a few guidelines to make them work well. Describe the behaviour that will earn a star. Where possible, state it positively. For example, talking quietly rather than not yelling. Decide how often your child can earn stickers or stamps. Decide on a goal that's achievable and a reward your child can earn after earning a set number of stars. Aim for an easy goal first so that your child has several successes before the goals become harder to achieve. Help your child understand the goal for earning stickers. Decide on and explain the consequences for breaking a rule. Praise your child each time they earn a star and give the reward if they reach their goal. If your child doesn't reach the goal, don't criticise them or take away stars they've already earned. When your child is reaching their goal regularly, start to phase out rewards by making them harder to achieve. For example, extend the amount of time your child needs to play quietly before they earn a reward. Gradually phase out the chart and make rewards less predictable by giving them every now and then. Continue to praise your child for behaving well. The strategies we've just seen are spending quality time with your child, communicating with your child, showing affection, praising your child, paying attention to your child, providing other rewards, engaging activities, setting up activity schedules, setting a good example, physical guidance, incidental teaching, the ask, say, do and teaching backwards methods of teaching new skills, and how to use a behaviour chart. You may like to choose 1 or 2 strategies to try out at home. Remember to keep track of how it goes.
Could you give me the truck? Thank you. Could you give me the aeroplane? Thank you. And the car? Thank you.